What is going on, guys? Peace here with the Go-To Gamers.
Butter.
And we had, with YouTube and stuff like that, we get, chances to do product reviews. And so I was at a store one day and I saw a product, actually this product right back here, the Superboy. It was an Urban Outfitter. And so I wrote down the company name and contacted them and, asked them, if maybe they could send us a unit to review. And it turned out they were a local company, out in Los Angeles, in the area. And, we were able to go out there. They actually invited us to come out and check out their facility, gave us a tour. We sat down and talked, we thought we were just going to get a tour. We actually sat down in a meeting room and had like a long meeting. It was pretty cool. Like, it didn't seem like it was long at all, honestly. It, felt like short, but the next thing I know, like 3 hours were gone and they were closing, so we just took off. But it was pretty fun. We got a lot of information from them, a lot of feedback. We talked about what we do. They talked about what they do. Went off on random tangents about pre-ordering games and playing with friends and that kind of stuff. And what else? We got to see.
We also got to see like Alpha Console. They're planning on bringing out a new console called the Retron 5. If you check out their website, you can see it. It's like a game console that plays multiple games. It has like Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, NES,
Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color,
Sega Genesis. And
there's a few other ones. Like I said, there's a link to their website in our description, so if you want to go check out their stuff. So they actually, when we went out there and we sat down, talked to them, that kind of stuff, they actually gave us the unit to review and to keep. So that's awesome. We really appreciate that. And one of the other things they said is, if we need anything else, if we want to do a review on anything else on their website, to contact them. So if you guys go on their website and you see something, maybe it's a controller, maybe it's something else, leave a comment, send us a message, let us know. I'm sure we can contact them. They're really nice people. They said they would, hook us up and we can get a review out there for you guys so you guys can see the product before you actually purchase it. One of the other things we got to check out was their new Pixel controller. It's coming out. It's a USB controller, so you can download ROMs. It's for Super Nintendo. Download ROMs online, play it, plug it into your controller. Plug it into your computer, and there you go. When we saw it online, there was actually like some worries because it looked rigid. But when we got there, they asked for our feedback, kind of, on how the controller felt in our hands and what we thought about it, and it was actually really comfortable, I thought.
Yeah.
And if you guys are interested in a USB controller, it's $19, $19.99 to $20. You can pre-order it on their website. Pre-orders actually started on September 1st, and the controller itself comes out September 27th. They invited us out to the release party for the controller, so that's going to be pretty cool. Check that out. What else happened?
We also talked about like different business opportunities between us and them, like live streams and other stuff that we don't really want to get into until it actually happens.
Yeah, it was just like the ways that they can help us and we can help them, and kind of partnerships that we can go off on. And we sat there and talked and played games, and we talked about how without YouTube, that like none of this stuff would have been happening. If it wasn't for you guys, your subscribers, like we wouldn't have had these opportunities. We never would have gone to like the video game console making place, and got to go out there and just talk to him. It was weird because like at first, honestly, I was a little bit nervous when I first got in there, like to talk to him. I didn't know what was going on, because they were going to give us a tour. We went to the meeting room and they had like games set up, and they said they just got done filming and stuff, and so we sat down and we just started talking. And like at first, I was a little bit hesitant, a little bit nervous because I'd never done anything like that. But once you started talking to them, you could tell that they were just like gamers at the core too, even though they developed stuff like consoles and all that kind of stuff. And it just was like easy. Like the conversation never seemed to die. Like it just flowed for a full 3 hours. That's why I said it seemed like it didn't take that long at all. All of a sudden, it was 3 hours. We're up, and it was 6 o'clock. Was time to close. So
we're asking them a bunch of questions about like their console and how they developed it.
We asked some questions, like even stuff that we can't tell you guys because it's information that they're like, we can't. If we tell you, you guys can't tell anybody. We asked them like random questions. Like if I don't even ask them questions. I don't even tell them questions. I can't tell you guys.
We're just asking them like questions like, what if you venture in this area?
Yeah.
What if you venture in that area?
What they plan to do. Yeah. They had a lot of, I don't know, if they capitalized on those ideas. If they had like questions that we asked them, that would be pretty awesome. The company. I mean, they're already like an awesome company. Like, I honestly check out their website because if you guys are into retro gaming, or if you're looking to get into retro gaming, that controller that's coming out, they already have one, but they're new, their Pixel one, which is really cool. $20 and you could download ROMs and online and just play. Your library is limitless. You know, you just play whatever you want. Because today, for this console, we went out shopping for Super Nintendo games, and let me tell you, these games can get pretty pricey, honestly. What was it? What was that game that we saw at Book Off? It was $185, $145?
Earthbound.
Earthbound.
The guy at Hyperkin actually told us about him buying Earthbound.
So we went to the store and we actually saw it, and it was like $145, or it was $185?
$175.
$175 for the game. I was like, dang.
Then we went to another store.
Yeah.
And this little kid was looking for Mega Man. He was with his mom.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, we have a Mega Man, but it's $90.
It's rare, hard to find. You know, it's like it was $130, and the mom's like, "Oh, she just walked out." So it's pretty cool. And one of the cool things too is, basically, well, most of the stores that we went into, they actually sold Hyperkin's products. So I mean, if you guys are looking for it, you don't have to order it online. Go into your local like mom and pop game shop. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen like any of Hyperkin's products in GameStop, but I know if you go to like a mom and pop game shop, where else do we see it? Urban Outfitter, they carry their stuff. That's where we actually picked one up because they had given us one to review, and you know, we couldn't.
We live in separate
houses. We live in separate houses, so
we both like retro gaming. So
yeah, we're like, how are we gonna share this like a day on, day off, day on, day off? So we're just like, you know what, screw it. We'll go split another console 50-50 and check it out. That way, when we give a review in about a week's time, I figure we could do it. You know, it's like we've had a lot of hands-on time with it because honestly, like I bought in a few games and controllers and stuff like that, and I'm probably gonna be playing this a lot for the next week.
And I have a couple of games that I found out of my old collection. Dug them out. They're actually pretty pricey now. I'm glad I bought them back.
Yeah, seriously.
Back when they were cheap, now they're pretty expensive.
I'm starting to look at my library that my grandma had given me of Super Nintendo games, and like, dang, I got some money on that. More than, like, my Mario sells for more than if I went to go trade Call of Duty Black Ops 2. For reals. That's ridiculous. Anyways, guys, you just want to go to end the video here?
There's nothing really else to talk about.
I mean, we talked about everything, basically. We showed them the unboxing video in the beginning, and now we're talking to them about our experience. I don't know, I guess we can honestly say, like, thank you to them for inviting us out there, because that was a really awesome experience. You know, I told my parents and girlfriend, we talked about it all the way home. It was like something I never would have expected to ever happen. And that did happen. It's
cool to see the developer side of things and how they think, and then give them feedback as like a gamer.
Yeah, like they wanted to know, like as a gamer, because you know when they were talking about like the new console, when we got to test out the alpha build and check it out and see it, which is awesome. You know, it didn't even have a shell on it, so that was cool. Like getting to see like the innards of a console. You know, they asked like our feedback as as like a gamer, and I told them, you know, as a gamer, what I was looking at is, you know, it's a one console that plays 9 things, like 9 consoles games onto one console. That's one cord for me. And, you know, that's like totally, that's there for them in their mind too, but like, that's like towards the back from what I got from them, like explaining all this stuff basically.
They were like going into detail of like how they built it and everything. Like, as a gamer, you just think, oh, the console, it works. Exactly. You're not like trying to say, oh, this chipset has to work with this.
All the graphic stuff that they did, enhancing graphics, enhancing visuals, you know, stuff that we can't even tell you because they haven't announced yet. But it's just believe us that if you're into retro gaming, that's going to be a console that you want to pick up at a $100 price tag.
You ever wanted to play Game Boy games on your TV? There you go.
It's pretty cool. Anyways, guys, thank you to Hyperkin for inviting us out there. That was really cool. It's been Peasy with the Go-To Gamers. And we'll talk to you guys later. Peace out, guys.